Aaron Glenn is our head coach, but who the hell's going to be our general manager? And what about the staff? We have all the latest rumors. Let's roll.
I'm going to lose my gosh darn bananas. Boy Green Daily starts now. Zoinks! I'm going to lose my gosh darn bananas. Boy Green Daily starts now. Zoinks!
I made it clear that my intention was to play, and my intention was to play for the New York Jets.
What's going on, everybody? I'm Paul Eston Jr., a.k.a. Boy Green. I'm the New York Jets digital reporter for Heavy.com. Welcome to Boy Green Daily, a daily New York Jets video show, also available wherever you get your podcast, people. Welcome to the program. Thanks for taking the time to join us here on the show. And we got a lot to get to. Again, Aaron Glenn is our head coach. And just to hype us up at the start of the show, let's run that hype video from the New York Jets. Go.
SportsCenter breaking news.
The New York Jets are hiring their former player, Aaron Glenn, as their next head coach.
12th pick in this first round selects Aaron Glenn, defensive back, Texas A&M.
Every time you put your feet on the ground that morning, you felt like you was winning that game. At some point, man, we got to draw the line in the sand and say enough is enough. Compete, man, compete! Compete!
And Aaron Glenn has a little attitude about him that I think is made for being in New York. He has an attitude that I think he's going to be honest with you. He's going to hold you accountable every single second.
Winning. Time to get that feeling back. Y'all dig what I'm saying?
Chills, baby. By the way, I'd like to thank the New York Jets right at the beginning of this program. Let me fix the hat angles a little off here. There we go. For those watching, I'd like to thank the New York Jets for making sure Aaron Glenn's introductory press conference is on Monday, because this weekend I'm celebrating my daughter's 3-year-old birthday, which is why we'll be on this show. We won't be doing the full hour show that we normally do. We're going to get off right about 8:20 because I've got the radio show to get to, and we're going to celebrate my daughter's 3-year-old birthday. So that's terrific. So let's give a big salute to the New York Jets for not making those things conflict. Let's get one of these.
Wow.
WOW, celebrating that beautiful Zariah Luna. So I appreciate that. So Aaron Glenn is the head coach, but who the hell's going to be the general manager? A couple of things here. By the way, like the video, hit subscribe. That's a free way to contribute to today's show. Again, we got a ton of giveaways happening. Can you see behind my head? You see all these boxes? Right? That's behind me. Those are all the giveaway items that are coming in for you guys. Some stuff from my personal collection and some new stuff. Guys, you are going to be pretty darn excited about all the giveaways that we have coming up here on the channel to give back to the fans. Some of them will be for subscribers, so continue to subscribe to the channel. Once we continue to reach mile markers towards 10,000, we'll be giving stuff away, so keep an eye out for that. Also, we'll be doing it, let's flip the banner here, for all the people that are Boy Green Coffee Club members exclusively. An exclusive club of supporters beyond just the basic level. They're the extras. This is the A team of Boy Green Coffee Club supporters, and you guys can join that by joining the Boy Green Coffee Club in the YouTube description down below. Or you could gift memberships. Feel free to do so on YouTube. We got a couple hundred people in the room. We appreciate it. And like I said, there's a lot to get to. By the way, before we get into any Jet stuff, which I know I keep doing all these detours here on the show, which I apologize for, but Alan said it in here. Can't wait to read chapter 1 of the Liam Cohen Chronicles. Have you guys seen all that shit that was going on last night? All right, Liam Cohen. I was in for the Jaguars job. Just kidding. I'm out. Long-term deal in the Bucs OC. Just kidding. I'm the Jets head coach. No, wait, no, I'm not. Yes, I am. No, I'm not. What the hell? What is going on? And by the way, let's pour one out this morning for Robert Saleh. Robert Saleh, according to Adam Kaplan, 24 hours ago, he was working on his potential staff with the Jaguars as their head coach, and then Liam Cohen changed everything, according to Adam Kaplan, NFL Insider. So pour one out. Apparently, Robert Saleh was about to be the next head coach of the Jaguars, and Liam Cohen said, "Not so fast, my friend." So Robert Saleh was this close. Sounds like he's ultimately going to go back to San Francisco to be their defensive coordinator. That's the latest chutzpah. But he also interviewed for the Raiders head coach job, so I guess we'll see what happens there as well. But crazy. Pour one out for your local Robert Saleh if you guys want to. That's up to you. We have a full article in the YouTube description down below talking about the staff. So let's get into all of the action. Dave Briga says, don't let Caley out of Glenn's sight. We need some modern offense. Yes, Nick Caley of the Los Angeles Rams, he's their tight ends coach, and he's also their passing game coordinator. According to Connor Hughes, he is the top target for the Jets. And according to Benjamin Albright, you guys may want to check out that show, Boy Green Meets Woody, yesterday at 3 o'clock. We had NFL insider Benjamin Albright on the show, and he said the favorite to be the next OC for the Jets is Nick Caley of the Los Angeles Rams. So some juicy nuggets in there. So it sounds like Nick Caley will be the new OC. He's got Sean McVay ties. He's really exciting. Nick Caley, let me make sure I double check on the resume. I'm pretty sure that he has never held the position before. So he's a young guy, 42, relatively young, I guess. I guess that, I guess it's relative to everybody. But yeah, he has not been an offensive coordinator before. So this will be a jump. He's gone from student assistant, graduate assistant, administrative assistant, GA, secondary coach, GA, secondary coach, offensive assistant. Then he got to the Patriots, tight ends coach, fullbacks coach, tight ends coach, tight ends coach, tight ends coach, pass game coordinator. So it'd be quite a leap for the young man, but he's been around a lot of smart people. So Nick Caley looks like he is going to be the next guy at OC, but none of that is official yet. Matthias, we are like drug addicts with the hype. Please no hype, not for Jet fans. Again, everyone, you guys can do as you wish. To me, I like getting excited. Like Harvey screaming into the comic section, time to get excited. I'm fired up. I can't wait for that press conference coming up. Alan says, curious how many people, how many here in the Boy Green Coffee Club chat actually saw AG play in his prime? Were they all in their diapers? I was certainly in my diapers. He was a first-round pick when I was 1. So I got to see, I don't want to say tail end, that's sort of disrespectful, but, the early to mid-2000s on, I got to see him, but I'm like 10. So... no, I did not get to see AG in his prime. So, by the way, seeing that highlight video from the Jets, that fired me up. Aaron Glenn seemed to have a lot of swag, man. A lot of swag. Taking these picks back, all the body gyrations. Shout out to him. And thank you, Greg. Happy birthday to Zariah Luna. Wow. Yeah, baby. Yeah, she turns 3. Philly Noodle says, who cares about Liam? Okay, well, sorry, Liam Cohen. It's just a fascinating story, though, but sorry, Liam. Philly Noodles is a Moochie. He's a guy. By the way, we should find out the general manager today. We're supposed to find out yesterday, but according to all the insiders, that decision is supposed to be imminent. Both those guys had their interviews and then went home. So the 3 people that are in the race, by the way, are Trey Brown of the Cincinnati Bengals, Darren Moochie of the Denver Broncos. We learned more about him from Benjamin Albright. And then, of course, Lance Newmark, who apparently is still in the running. So he is in the running as well. June, the GM, says no experience calling plays, so this could go either way. That's true. That's the, just like Aaron Glenn, he's never been a head coach before. It could go either way. Jared B says, I read Caley could go to the Bucs now that Cohen left. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of unrest. That's why the Jets need to move and groove and lock in this staff ASAP. Hopefully before he meets with the media on Monday, obviously. We got a few days before that. Alan says, I'm curious, the Nick Caley, Mike LaFleur conversation. Not good, I imagine. But, there's a new staff coming in there, so maybe, who knows? Number 1 Austrian Jet fan. DC Wilkes in talks. Anything heard of other possible candidates at defensive coordinator? So, yeah. So, let's go through the notebook. Let's go through the bag on talking about defensive coordinator. So Steve Wilkes is expected to be the guy, according to Connor Hughes of SNY. He's expected to be the guy. Glenn wants to hire a very prominent defensive coordinator because, is Aaron Glenn, going to be calling the plays on defense? It didn't go well for Jeff Ulbrich last time, but of course Jeff Ulbrich also was handed that assignment in the middle of the season. Maybe Aaron Glenn would be able to handle it better. So that's one, obviously, to keep an eye out for. A couple other names that Zach Rosenblatt has thrown out here. Jim O'Neill, he's a Lions defensive assistant. And also another potential guy is Kelvin Shepard. I believe he's the linebackers coach with the Lions. He's another guy, a former player, another one to keep an eye out for potentially. Two guys, I don't think these are defensive coordinator candidates, maybe for one of these two. I know this pissed off Chef Kevin Gilbert yesterday, but the Jets are in talks with Aaron Whitecotton, who was the defensive line coach with the Jets last year, and Tony Oden, who's been the DB coach with the Jets. They're in talks with both of them to return. T.O. deserves the defensive coordinator gig. So I don't know if that happens with the Jets, but and he hasn't done it with the Jets. So take that for whatever you will. But yeah, T.O., Tony Oden, and Aaron Whitecotton are in talks to return. But there's nothing official on those yet either. So those are a bunch of the assistants. So again, Jim O'Neill, we've mentioned Steve Wilks. There's Aaron Whitecotton. There's Tony Oden. There's Kelvin Shepard of the Lions. There's Jim O'Neill of the Lions. So there's a couple of guys. Oh, yeah, here are some other ones. Defensive passing game coordinator Deshae Townsend. Throw another name into the mix there on defense. Obviously, none of those names are as big as Steve Wilks, but that's something to pay attention to. Oh, yes, let's go to the Mike Westhoff. I don't know if I said that at the beginning of the show. I might be suffering from short-term memory loss. But Mike Westhoff, there's a lot of rumors that he could return to the Jets. Benjamin Albright, NFL insider, confirmed to me yesterday that Mike Westhoff is not going to be returning to an NFL sideline in a full-time role. I don't blame him. Mike Westhoff is getting older. He just stepped away from his role with the Denver Broncos in November as an assistant head coach due to medical reasons. So that's another one where I'm like, it just doesn't seem likely. I think I spoke on the Boy Green Daily show yesterday saying a consultant role makes a lot more sense, and Benjamin Albright left the consultant role open. And also, this was from Don LaGreca here. Apparently, Westhoff told him during a radio commercial break yesterday that I'm not coaching again, but helping out Aaron Glenn with potential hires, and I will volunteer my services to work with the Jets during training camp, which, by the way, any opportunity to be next to Mike Westhoff is a great opportunity. He's a legend. You could just, it'd be great to have him there in the room. So in a part-time consultant role where he doesn't have to, have the full grind of being a coach, that seems likely for Westhoff. So will not be a full-time role, but it is possible to come in from that perspective. Greg is rallying around Muji, Uji. Could be. Yeah, I know Woody is probably a Muji fan. That's for sure. Good morning, Jeffrey R. Welcome. Okay, appreciate you. NC Green says, I've seen Namath in his prime. Hey, I have a Joe Namath jersey in the closet. It's one of my favorite jerseys. It's one of my prized possessions. I really enjoy that. Harlem-born Bronx Bread says, I was 27 in Aaron Glenn's rookie year. Wow. Okay. There you go. So we got plenty of people in the chat that's seen some Aaron Glenn action. I appreciate that. You guys are going to get the nostalgia trip, I guess, even better than me. Schnitzel says he likes the way I say Moochie. Again, it just feels like, every time Rich Eisen or somebody would say Adrian Peterson, you have to give it that extra chutzpah. So Moochie, I'd love to have Moochie here just so I could say that all the time. That'd be great. Dave Brigger says, Nick Caley and Aaron Glenn supposedly have a good relationship. Cohen going to implement his new plays most likely, so he needs to clash with Cohen. Interesting. That could be. Yeah, so we'll see if he ends up going there either. Kindjoth believes that Darren Muji is going to be announced today. We might even get it live on the show. That'd be terrific if we could get it there. Harvey, thank you for the happy birthday to my beautiful daughter, Zariah Luna. Thank you. Yep, she turns 3 tomorrow. 25, my jersey number in high school, and the day she was born. That's got to be, it's got to be something special. Harvey just said, one of my granddaughters just turned 2. Oh, boy. Well, yeah, there you go. Philly Noodles saw Michael Jordan at 7 and the Knicks and the Mets. So there you go. Okay. Dakota here. Who's the GM and when? Again, it's going to be one of the three. It'll be Trey Brown, it'll be Darren Muji, or it will be Lance Newmark. Now, Benjamin Albright's take was he believes so here, let's get the full shish kebab here. Benjamin Albright said there is a split opinion in the Jets building, which is why they did this second round of interviews. That some people wanted Lance, some people didn't want Lance. So then the Jets just said, all right, well, let's do another round of the guys we also believe are finalist candidate worthy, which again was Trey Brown of the Cincinnati Bengals, and it was Darren Muji of the Denver Broncos. And again, Benjamin Albright believes the Jets are going to do their due diligence, go back around the world here, and they did. Both of those interviews happened yesterday. And he believes they're going to land back on Lance Newmark, that they're going to look around and go, all right, let's go Lance. That was Benjamin's take. And there's been, I saw Connor Hughes has had a lot of hubbub about Trey Brown. There's been some other people that are on the Muji train. So it seems very split. Hey, what was let me go to my Twitter poll from yesterday. Let's see what the people ultimately settled in on. It was very split yesterday. We had it on the Boy Green Daily morning show yesterday. Let me see. All right, so here are the poll results. This is from yesterday. We had 1,000 votes. So shout out to the Jet fans that follow me on Twitter at BoyGreen25. Those are the finalists, and who do you think gets a job? Lance Newmark won the poll, 37.2% of the votes. Trey Brown was second at 33.5%, and then Darren Muji, 29%. Incredibly close, though. Incredibly close. That was the poll results from the fans on Twitter. So, yeah, man. June the GM says, Steve Wilkes been all over the place. He's had 57 jobs in his career and never stays anywhere too long. Weird. Now, again, that could be perceived in two ways, obviously. That could be perceived bad, like, good Lord, this guy can't find a home. He's a nomad, for God's sake. But the other is, man, he has learned a lot from a lot of people being in a lot of different places, which is incredibly valuable. So, again, there are pros and cons. It depends on the narrative in which you choose to focus in on. I think there are pros and cons to that. There are pros and cons. Absolutely. We just got a YouTube super chat in here. Let's go to Harlem-born, Bronx-bred, baby. Every time I get a YouTube super chat, we hear from my daughter, Zariah Luna.
Wow.
LFG. AG was a great player, will be a great coach. There are so many that back up what you say, Harlem-born, Bronx-bred, with Bill Parcells, Ray Mickens, some of his former teammates, some of it, Sean Payton, who he's worked with. There's been so many people that have said wonderful things. And Harlem, I will put you down here. You're close to a raffle ticket. You're $1 away here, but I'll put you down here on the board. Every raffle ticket, by the way, here on the channel is based on our Boy Green Coffee Club memberships, which are $2.99 a piece. So if you'd like a raffle ticket to our giveaway, we're giving away an Aaron Rodgers Nike Atmosphere Heather Gray jersey. We're giving away here. I'll throw it up on the screen so you guys can see this. There you go. Let's throw this up on the big board screen. All right, here we go. Boom. We're giving away an Aaron Rodgers Nike Atmosphere Heather Gray jersey, a $50 Boy Green Merch Shop gift card, and underneath that super chat, there's a custom laser engraving package with Jets logos and everything. How do you enter? How do you get a raffle ticket? You either buy yourself a Boy Green Coffee Club membership, Harlem-born, Bronx-bred. You can do that in the YouTube description down below. Join the Boy Green Coffee Club here. Click that link. It's only $2.99. Or you get gift memberships, and every gifted membership, you get a raffle ticket as well. So either way works. Obviously, the people that have the most raffle tickets have the better odds, like our number one Austin Jet fan. You see that on the scrolling ticker. 215 raffle tickets this month. So he's got a great opportunity to win this and so much more. But everyone who has a ticket at least has a chance. And I highly recommend everyone that is a supporter of the show at least buys one ticket to give yourself an opportunity. I'm a lucky son of a gun. I've won all kinds of things, by throwing in raffle tickets. So we'll put that in there. So we've put that in for you, my friend. But good super chat. AG, I love it. Again, he wasn't my favorite off the beginning, but he ended up working his way in there for me. Ed Vargas, baby, gifting 10 Boy Green Coffee Club memberships. Let's go. Oh, yeah, baby. Hit it. All right, let's read the 10 new members to the Boy Green Coffee Club, baby. That is 10 tickets for our boy Ed Vargas, baby, which we absolutely love to see. Thanks, Ed, for your support on the channel, man. That means a lot. Jared B just dropped a Discord link, by the way, in there. YouTube is back to having issues of not reading out the members. Well, whoever got a membership from our guy Ed Vargas, we appreciate that, and hopefully you guys do as well. Wonderful. That is 20 raffle tickets so far for Ed Vargas. He had 10 earlier this month, and now he's got 10 more. So 20 raffle tickets for our guy Ed Vargas. Thank you for supporting the show, brother. Appreciate you. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Let's roll, baby. Hey, now, we've got even more. We've got a 5-pack from our number one Austrian Jet fan. Here we go. Oh, it's starting to rain up in here. Oh, let's go. Let's keep it raining from the high heavens. That is now 220 gifted memberships are for boy number one Austrian Jet fan. Let me update the leaderboard here real quick, and he increases his lead even more over Jimmy Jets there, 220. We appreciate that. Again, apologies for YouTube's issues. They're not reading off the members, but congrats to whoever did get a membership. Again, thank our number one Austrian Jet fan. And hey, now look at this. We got another YouTube super chat from Harlem-born Bronx bred. That is a lot of B's in there. And you now have a raffle ticket, my friend, with a $1 change as well for any future super chats you may do. So that's wonderful. So, yes, you now have a raffle ticket officially for our contest. Very nice. And by the way, every time we get a super chat, let's hear from her, the birthday girl herself.
Wow.
Those Jets defenses in the 90s were awesome. Now, Aaron Glenn's got a lot of talent to work with, baby. Sauce Gardner, and I think the DBs specifically are going to benefit a lot. But obviously, you got Michael Carter II. You got Sauce Gardner. You got Quincy Williams. You got Quinnen Williams. You got Will McDonald. You got Jermaine Johnson. I mean, you got a unit. You got a unit, baby. And I'm excited. I'm excited to see what else he does. I'll be curious, who ends up coming over. We'll do another show on that. We'll see when that happens. Maybe the weekend or after the staff starts kind of coming together. But all the Detroit Lions free agents, I tweeted about it, but we'll bring it to the show and comb through who's coming over, who's joining the party from Lions land prior. They got some interesting names that are set to become free agents. So, more to come. More to come. Thanks, Harlem-born Bronx bred. Thank you, Ed Vargas, an Austrian Jet fan, for spreading the love. Yes, absolutely. June says the GOAT of Austria. Yeah, he's my favorite in Austria. Number one on my list. That's for damn sure. Let's keep going. Let's answer your questions. Philly Noodle says, Trey Brown in the last 4 years was in the NFL and hell dealing with XFL and other BS league. Fuck no on Trey Brown. I would also say this. Look even deeper on Trey Brown. He's got relationships with the Eagles. He's got relationship with the Patriots. Apparently he also has analytics in his background too. I'm not so quick to cast him aside. I'm not saying he's my guy. To be honest, I don't know. I could go in a lot of different ways. I'd be sort of comfortable with all three, to be honest with you. All of them have really interesting backgrounds. They're candidly, none of them were in my top five. Maybe Newmark might have been in the latest top five because of his relationship with Aaron Glenn, but these three were not at the top of my list, to put it bluntly. And that's where the Jets ended up. So, I mean, to keep that candid, but they're not any of the people I hated. It wasn't like Ryan Grigson. He's been eliminated, thank God. So I'm fine that he's not there, but let's see what the Jets do. Yeah, baby. Hey, look at June the GM, baby, getting involved in the gifting of memberships. We see you, June, my favorite month of the year. Actually, I lied. June is not my favorite month of the year. June, there's literally nothing going on outside of mandatory minicamp, and I'm not going to make any Aaron Rodgers Egyptian jokes. I'm above that. But thank you for the 5 memberships here, June. Let me double check my list here. Where does that put all the June the GM here? Did we have any other gifted action so far this month? I do not see it. So there you go. 5 raffle tickets for June the GM, baby, to our contest. I love to see it. Beautiful. Thanks, brother. And thank you for supporting the show, June. You've been great on the mic, so to speak. Fans have really enjoyed your calls and your takes. We'll have to open up the phone lines early. Cindy apparently had a good question. Where's Cindy? Great question here. Let's go. Cindy Sturgis. Do you think Aaron Glenn will change from a 4-3 to a 3-4? Let me make this very clear. If people have not read this article, I can't advocate for it enough. I shared it in the comment section yesterday, Cindy. It's a great question. Check out, go to, or just Google this. ESPN, Benjamin Solak, Aaron Glenn. Benjamin, the way you think, and then Solak, Solak. Read that deep dive article, because Aaron Glenn is a versatile guy. He's not just 4-3 or 3-4. So it'll be interesting to see. He has operated in some 4-3 action with the Lions, but apparently, according to Leger Douzable, his traditional defense coming in is actually 3-4, according to Leger Douzable. That's the defense he wants to run if he has all the pieces his way. But he talked about in that article, there's quotes in there and old stories and all kinds of stuff. So I can't recommend that article enough. It really dives in deep, Cindy, if you really enjoy that sort of stuff. And in there, it talks about Aaron being able to adapt his personnel or his scheme to the personnel. So he's not just, I'm a 4-3 guy, and anyone who's not, get the F out, or vice versa. He adapts his scheme to the players, which was really intriguing. So again, I can't recommend that article enough. It's a long article, but it's super interesting. So he's a hybrid 4-3, 3-4 guy, which to me is really captivating because we've had some good ones. So thank you, FL Phil. Seeing your comment got me to Cindy. So good question, Cindy. Thank you. Excellent question. And then that'll lead to everything else. James Fowles, do I think the news breaks today? Absolutely, I do. I think it's imminent. I think it's somewhere, just as I said with the Aaron Glenn news, I thought it was going to be the next day. And after the night of Aaron Glenn visits, and it was, I think once again, we're going to get it in the next 5 or 6 hours here. So, yes, I think the GM news breaks today. And I think the reason the Aaron Glenn press conference is on Monday at 1 o'clock is to give enough time for the GM to come in and they will be introduced together. That is my guess. But good question, James. Good question. Hey, now, look at Jeffrey R., baby, with a 20-pack of Boy Green Coffee Club memberships. Oh, yeah, baby. You guys are litty today. Yeah, 20 more Boy Green Coffee Club memberships, baby. We are raining from the high heavens. We've got a historic show hitting us here on the program. Let's bleeping go, everybody. Let's freaking go, man. I love to see it. This is great. Absolutely great. Yeah, baby. Booyah. Let's put you down, Jeffrey R. Wonderful. For 20-pack of Boy Green Coffee Club memberships. Absolutely terrific. And we got to open up the phone lines here in just a second. Beautiful. Let's put this in with a 20-piece. Okay, Jeffrey. We see you, buddy. Yeah. Oh, yeah, baby. Yeah, you guys are killing it today. Way to go. Big money, money. Yeah, yeah. Keep it flowing, as number one Austrian Jet fan says. Keep those raffle tickets flowing in, baby. It gives you guys all kinds of opportunities to win fun stuff, and I hope you guys do. I hope you guys will win all the action. We got a lot of, again, I'm telling you, look at this. You could guess. What do you think's in these boxes? Huh? What do you think's in these boxes? We got 3 boxes, actually, right here. What do you think's in those boxes? What could be part of the giveaway? Look at the size of the box. Judge it. I don't know if you're one of those shakers at Christmas. What's in here? All that stuff's going to be given away, baby. Whoop, whoop. So, we'll see what kind of fun stuff we got. There's something I'm really excited about in there. Really excited about. Oh, yeah, baby. Why don't we do this? Like I said, because I'm going to have to wrap up this show early, we'll get off at 8:20. We'll take on as many phone calls and memberships and super chats and God knows what that we can here on the show. And hopefully breaking news on the GM. That'd be a lot of fun here on the program, too. I'm going to open the phone lines next. If you guys would like to call in, now's the time to do so. Again, we have 600 people in the room. Like the video. Hit subscribe, baby. That's a free way to contribute to the show. Helps the YouTube algorithm get to other Jet fans. So that's always a good time. We'll play a quick Hep song. Up next, baby, we're going to open up the phone lines here on Boy Green Daily.
Boy Green Daily, Boy Green Daily, Boy Green Daily. Talking just football, man. Boy Green Daily, Boy Green Daily, Boy Green Daily. The New York Jets Football Club. Wow. Offense, defense, special teams. Watch the Super Bowl season with Boy Green. J-E-T-S. Jets. Boy Green Daily, Boy Green Daily.
Whoa, wait just a second. Jeffrey R. just dropped another 20-pack of Boy Green Coffee Club memberships. What in the flying hoop? Oh, wow. Jeffrey R. came to play today. Oh, my good golly. Escalator. Boom. Jeffrey R., let's freaking go. 40 Boy Green Coffee Club memberships. I'm going to have to update the leaderboard here in just a moment. Good night. That is absolutely terrific. You have Leapfrog, DNY for life for 5th place, right behind for Lily and Big D. We love to see it. Jeffrey, keep making it rain, baby. All right. Let's go back to the phone lines, baby. We got a cup of Philly noodles to kick us off this morning. A good breakfast. Nice.
Yeah.
What's up?
Yes, sir. Great googly Muji. Let me get some Muji.
Yeah, there we go. Ooh,
listen, the guy made country strawberry lemonade at the fair stand with the fresh ice. He made that out of rookies.
Yeah.
One Patrick Surtain.
Yeah.
A bunch of no names. Stole JFM. I understand he got Zach Wilson, but who gives a crap? That's and then he leaves that behind with him. So what does that even mean?
That's true. I don't think that's part of the package. I don't believe so. And by the way, James here says if Darren gets hired, we need an emoji instead of an emoji. We need an emoji. Hey, James, I like the cut of your jib, pal. I like how you think. Yeah.
I just like the fact that he's gone from, he came from the bottom and he's made his way up with them really fast. So again, it's a young mind moving quickly, all that good stuff. It's, I can understand if they go Newmark, right? You can understand it, familiarity, blah, blah, blah. But to me, it's still not. The dude, he was a part of one draft class there. And then this draft class, again, anyone would have drafted Jaden Daniels, number 2. I'm sorry. You know what I mean? They needed a QB.
So rank them for me. Okay. So we have 3 options as far as we know. Lance Newmark, Trey Brown, and Muji.
Trey Brown. And then Dimitrov just comes in off the top ropes and just knocks everybody.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. We'll see if anything ends up happening there. If anyone new gets added to this group, it doesn't sound like it based on current action, but we'll see. So yeah, you're a Muji guy. Okay, I like it. I like Muji.
I'll let you get to the other callers, man. Thank you.
Okay, beautiful. Thank you, Cup of Philly Noodles. Dropping a Muji bomb. Getting Muji on us. I like it. Little Muji. Muji, again, hearing more about him from Benjamin Albright. Obviously, it's everything that Cup of Philly Noodles said, that obviously, you could look at his background and see things that he's accomplished or done, and all that's super interesting to me. And by the way, we've just updated the leaderboard here. Here's our... Excuse me. Let me clear the pipes. Here's our updated leaderboard. Jeffrey R., with his 40 pack of memberships gifted today, just jumped in the top 5, just behind for Lily and Big D, who has 41 gifted memberships so far this month. So shout out to Jeffrey R. Hey, we had a Jeffrey win a prize pack, last month. Wait, what in the flying hoot? Another 20 pack of Boy Green Coffee Club memberships? What in God's green earth is going on today? Oh my gosh. Well, I guess we're going to have to do this again. 60 Boy Green Coffee Club memberships gifted on the show. Good night. All right, let's update the Excel sheet, and we got to update the leaderboard. Oh my God. Jeffrey came to play today, baby. Oh my goodness, he has surged another spot. He is now just behind J-Boy. J-Boy has 65 gifted memberships. He's holding on to his pearls, baby, because Jeffrey is coming for him. Chugga, 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 toot, toot. All aboard the Jeffrey R train, baby. Good Lord. There we go. I love it. The Boy Green Coffee Club memberships raining from the high heavens. We've got 700 people in the room. Let's bleeping go, baby. Okay. Sorry for Lily and Big D. You've dropped a few shekels here because Jeffrey R is he's moving and grooving, baby. He is moving and grooving up the leaderboard. We love to see it. All right, let's go back to the phone lines while I'm doing some math over here and get some more excellent Jets conversation here on this show. This is a man who also got into all the gifting of memberships, and none other than the legend himself, June the GM, here on the program. Good morning, June, and thank you for the Boy Green Coffee Club memberships, brother. I appreciate it.
Thank you. Hey, listen, may God bless your daughter with many, many more years of life.
Yes,
happy
I
birthday
appreciate
to her.
that.
So,
yeah, thank you.
I've been very optimistic with everything. I try to be.
Yeah.
But one thing is concerning to me. I like it. It's different. But a lot of the names being mentioned, whether it's GM, whether it's offensive coordinator, are really guys coming out of the woodworks. Like like the kid out there in the Rams.
Nick Haley,
he's behind. So it's like, but Aaron Glenn is really. It looks like he's basing his search off of what's the word I'm looking for? Off of off of what he perceives to be the future.
Like, yes. It's less about, it seems, at least on the surface, it's less about like Steve Wilkes. He's been a dude.
Right.
Like he's been a DC multiple times. He's been an NFL head coach multiple times. Like that's experience. It doesn't seem like currently, at least the names, these are rumors, I guess, but it doesn't seem like those are the names that are floating around right now that are experienced.
Based off potential, based off potential.
Correct.
I did a deep dive into the GM guys. The dude Muji sounds very interesting. It looks like they say he's extremely detailed. Like this guy looks at every single aspect of the game. He comes with high regard from Sean Payton. You already know Glenn and Payton are good. I think it's going to be Muji today. I think that's where they lean in.
Okay, another Muji guy. All right,
he's 6'6", by the way, which is crazy.
I know he's a massive dude. He's a former quarterback turned wide receiver, apparently, according to Benjamin. He's massive.
I wanted experience, like everybody. I thought it was going to be Hallaby, if not an experienced person. But hey, it looks like, correct me if I'm wrong. I've never seen us just go this direction. It looks like Glenn is saying, you know what? I'm going based off of potential. I'm going to do it my way. If I fail, I fail. But this is how it's going to be done. That's how it seems to me.
Yeah, it's certainly. Excuse me. I'm getting emotional talking about this. I'm a big Muji guy too. Sorry. It seems like he's leaning in that direction too. Now, the other thing I'm curious about, and maybe we're just not hearing the names, is I can't remember if it was Zach Rosenblatt or Connor Hughes, but Aaron Glenn's mission is to get a very experienced offensive staff. Now, names like Nick Caley, Scott Turner, Clint Kubiak, they're experienced in the way of their fathers. Two of the three fathers are awesome, and then the other one's been around smart offensive minds. But maybe there must be some names kind of swimming beneath the surface that we're not hearing about, because those don't seem to equate to the noise that we've heard about experience. And that's going to be a little scary. You just have to, if they end up hiring Caley and have all these young guys, you just have to hope that Aaron Glenn knows what he's doing and with all these staff, as opposed to going with a veteran guy. I think a veteran guy would make us all feel better.
Well, two things as well, too, before I go, because there's other callers. One thing is, I heard a couple of rumors circulating about us possibly trading for Matthew Stafford. That's just something crazy, Matthew Stafford. That's just something I heard through the grapevine.
Okay.
Could be total fallacy, but I heard a couple of dudes speaking about it. That Matthew Stafford's name has been surfacing if we don't work it out with Rodgers, and another thing as well is, I think that Aaron Glenn has the support of Woody to make the final call on the GM hire. I think they gave him that power. That's how it's feeling to me.
Yeah, it seems like he's, and again, I have no problem with it. It seems like he's very much in the conversation for that. And again, Aaron Glenn seems to be a guy that they really loved and respected and they wanted. And the Jets aren't the only team doing this. Liam Cohen apparently is going to be doing that in Jacksonville. So if you like the head coach enough, you're willing to do it.
I have a question for you to answer before I go. My last thing.
Yeah. Okay.
What do you think? How do you think Aaron Rodgers would feel if we brought in a young person like Nick Haley from the Rams? How do you think he would take direction from a young person, or he won't even entertain it because, hey, I'm not going to sit here and talk? I could see him with Brunell, but with somebody like a Nick Haley, a young gunner, you think Aaron Rodgers will humble himself enough to say, all right, let's do this? What you think?
I do, because look what he did with Matt LaFleur in Green Bay. He was a young guy who came in with a lot of chutzpah, and then Aaron's like, who the hell is this young guy? and they made magic together. So the credit, LaFleur was the one calling the plays. Hackett was the one doing, I guess, red zone / gold zone. Thankfully, we'll never have to hear that again. That is who he was working with before. So my answer is yes. And to be honest, again, to all the rumored names that are there, no one has a past connection with Aaron Rodgers, and all the offenses would be different. So I'm curious. We haven't seen a lot of Aaron Rodgers in his entire career be with guys that weren't willing to run the Aaron Rodgers offense, or at least some twist off it. All these guys would be new. I'm curious if that's something that deters Rodgers or maybe excites him. Now, I don't mean to categorize old people, but, as you get older, people seem to like to be challenged, some, of like, hey, an old dog can learn a new trick. Hey, this is a new challenge for me to embrace. I can test myself and prove that I still got it. So I think Aaron seems like the kind of guy that would embrace that challenge.
Let's pray, right?
That's what we hope for. June, appreciate the call, brother. And again, thank you so much for the Boy Green Coffee Club memberships. And speaking of Boy Green Coffee Club memberships, they continue to reign in on Zariah Luna Day here. Unbelievable. Quite frankly, it's hard to keep track of all this, and I'm running out of celebratory videos, for Pete's sake. A 10-pack of Boy Green Coffee Club memberships from Austrian Jet Fan. Jeffrey R. with another 20-pack of Boy Green Coffee Club memberships. I mean...
Could be the last year, but it could not be.
Good Lord. Jeffrey R., I think I have the banner updated to the latest capabilities. Number one Austrian Jet Fan with 230 gifted memberships. J-Boy's now surged into third place with 80 gifted memberships, leapfrogging J-Boy. So we got number one Austrian Jet Fan, we got Jimmy Jets, we got Jeffrey, and we got J-Boy, and for Lillian Big D. At any point, you guys can jump into this contest, and Jeffrey R. certainly has done that. This is unfriggin' believable. One of the greatest shows in the history of this show. And as Amit Hayoka says, don't let it slip through the cracks, but liking, sharing, and subscribing is the free way for you guys to contribute, and it means a lot. Like I said, it spreads the Jet Show to other people who don't know about it. There's plenty of people who don't. We only have 7,200 subscribers. There's even more people in the Jets universe that could join the family. So unbelievable. And yeah, Molon, these memberships are not showing up. Sadly, YouTube has good days and bad days. I would love to read all these members to the Boy Green Coffee Club with the names, but unfortunately, YouTube has had some good and bad days. I've reached out to YouTube, and they just say sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. So all the memberships are actually going to people, and people are receiving those memberships in their email. But for names for me to read, unfortunately, not available. So thanks, YouTube. But let's go to our next call. We got Hep here on the show. What's up, Hep?
Hey, Paul. Hey, fellas. I did hear the same thing about Stafford possibly coming over. They were talking about someone from the Rams organization being the next offensive coordinator. I forgot the person's name.
I didn't even think I'd make that connect. Oh, yeah. So Nick Caley comes over in Stafford. Okay. That could make sense if Rodgers wants to hit the bricks.
Yeah, and I did hear that Rodgers probably will not be back as a Jet next year. They're saying that the ownership wants to focus on the money saved. I mean, that's what I heard.
Again, that could make sense, right? Because this year, if you the dead cap right now, it's like 43 million and change. If you wait a year and bring him back, the dead cap jumps to like 60 million and change, and then you'd have the same choice of eating it all, and that would be 2026, or whether or not you split that over 2 years. Then you're dragging it to 2027, 2028. I mean, then we're like, Jesus. I mean, we're going to hold the Aaron Rodgers thing forever. So it's quite the first challenge here for Aaron Glenn to decide what to do.
Yeah, I was going to say that's a hell of a thing for a first-time coach and a GM to put an anchor like that on him, But anyway, I'm not opposed to Rodgers coming back. I think next year, actually, Rodgers will be a lot better than he was this year. I think that Achilles is a 2-year injury. Regardless of when it is. That's why I'm nervous about JJ as well. But we'll see. I'm excited about the Aaron Glenn era. It's a fresh start, and at least we don't hear that what was the thing that Sal used to say all the time? We'll go look at the tape or something like that.
Yeah, we'll go look at the tape, and it just there's so many Saleh isms, with something with crows and eagles and atmospheres and suffocation of some sort. Yeah, very bizarre. I don't know. We tried to embrace it the best we could, but I'm ready for new isms, new eras, new everything. Yeah,
me too. All right, guys, I'll see you on the rebound.
Appreciate it, Hep. A lot of these Matthew Stafford rumors. Now, here's the thing. Before this year, the Rams and Matthew Stafford got together, reworked his contract. So there's no more guaranteed money left on the book. So Matthew Stafford could choose to retire. He could say, hey, I'm done with the Rams. I want to go somewhere else, because it sounds like Cooper Kupp could be on the move too. So maybe a new era is happening there with Sean McVay and the Rams. I mean, I heard other people saying, who the hell would replace Matthew Stafford? What, Stetson Bennett? I don't know. As the other quarterback with the Rams, I'd have to talk to my Rams buddy to see what's going on. So crazy, absolutely crazy. But look at all these men. I just have to give a major shout out. This has been the Jeffrey R. Show. Jeffrey R. said he heard that Detroit wants to move on from Goff. What the flying hoot? Grab Goff. Okay, all kinds of quarterbacks apparently are going to be available this offseason that we didn't anticipate. And by the way, this is the Jeffrey R. Show. I mean, 80 gifted memberships on a single program. I mean, that's almost 100. That's almost 100. 80 gifted memberships on one show from one guy. Holy friggin' crap. We got 720 people in the room. Like the video, hit subscribe. I mean, good Lord. 80 gifted memberships. I don't think I've ever seen quite anything like that before. That is wow. So salute to Jeffrey R. Thanks, buddy. That is zoinks. Zooey mama. That is words I don't even know how to say. And shout out to Austrian Jet fan as well, gifted 10. Shout out to June the GM for gifted 5. Thank you, everybody, for all your gifted memberships, all your super chats. Harlem Born Bronx Bread for a couple of super chats in there. Thank you kindly. What a show. Good night. Alan says, Jeffrey R. robbed a bank last night. God bless him for sharing the wealth. Yeah, thank you. Thank you very much. Yes. It'll help with my daughter's birthday coming up this weekend. So God bless. Thank you. Thank you very much. So yeah, let's just wrap it up here, because we have to unfortunately wrap up the show early for my daughter's 3-year-old birthday coming up, the radio station, everything that's going to be happening. The Matthew Stafford rumors, again, if Aaron Rodgers wants to move on, Stafford obviously looks like he's still got it. I'd also be for Rodgers coming back, because I think he's going to be even healthier. Another year removed from the Achilles. It'll be up to Aaron Glenn if he believes his aura and also that of Aaron Glenn and Aaron Rodgers can both survive. Shout out to June the GM, baby. Have a blessed day, my friends. Great calls as always, and also great support on the show. Thank you for all the Boyd Green Coffee Club memberships. You guys, that means the world to me when you guys can help support the show. So thank you very much. Jared Goff, those rumors, sure. Yeah, I think Jared Goff, again, it was ugly, and he's had a couple ugly games. The Texans game where he had like 1 billion picks. I think he had like 5 picks. He had this game. But Jared Goff is pretty good. And to be honest, I think something we didn't talk about with Jared Goff, he got his bell bleeping rung by Frankie Louvu, ex-Jet, on the interception and lit him up and sent him to a different universe. I mean, good Lord. I don't blame Jared Goff if he still got affected from all of that as well. We'll see. But by the way, June said, did Jeff do it again? Do we have 100 gifted memberships? Let me try to count these out. Did we get 100 from Jeff? Let me see here. Let me see if I can scroll up on the old tube and see. Yeah, let me make sure if I missed that. Hey, did chat let me know if I missed it? Did we get 100 memberships? Did we get 5 20-packs from Jeffrey R? Did that happen? I don't want to miss it if I did. Let me double check here on the old YouTube here. Let me see. Okay, I got 1, 2, 3, 4. No, we have 4. I think we have 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I believe we had I believe we have 80, which by the way is terrific. I believe we're at 80. I don't believe we got to 100. I don't think so. All right, I don't want to speak out of turn here or miss anything. So I think we had 80. I think we had 80. But that's what YouTube's telling me. So, Jeffrey R., thank you so much for all the gifted memberships, pal. That means a lot. I appreciate that so much. You help support. Again, by the way, for those who don't know, that is random who ends up being gifted a membership from YouTube. As long as you're interactive, they give them to the most interactive people first, and then they go from there. So, no, I believe we got 80 gifted memberships from Jeffrey R., which, by the way, jumping over to the leaderboard there, that is a third place, Jeffrey R., with a historic show. June the Jet says he pulled a Wayne Corbett, excuse me. There you go. What the heck? Before we get off the show, fire Aaron Glenn. What the hell is this? I mean, I guess because of my rules, I have to do a wow to this, but it's not a wow in a good way.
Wow.
Who the hell is Fire Aaron Glenn on YouTube? And then spend $2 to then reiterate Fire Aaron Glenn. What the flying hoot? Oh, is this Benny Blanco? Is that Betty guy from the other day? Well, Fire Aaron Glenn, unfortunately, you're $1 short on a potential raffle ticket to our contest, but I'll put you down for your $2, pal. I'll put you down for your $2 for your super chat. If you give at least another $1, I guess, before we get to the end of our giveaway at the end of the month, you would have a raffle ticket. But who are you, Fire Aaron Glenn? Unbelievable. Anyway, thanks everybody for an awesome show, including Fire Aaron Glenn. Come on, man. Even if you, just real quick, I have to go, but even real quick, if you don't like the Aaron Glenn hire, then fine. Like, just hope the Jets prove you wrong, man. You know? Let's just hope that they prove you wrong. Let's not just wish for crap or anything else. And Fire Aaron Glenn, you're at least a year away, pal. And to me, I think it's even more years than that. So no firing is happening here. Embrace the Aaron Glenn era. The press conference is on Monday at 1 o'clock. Again, thanks everybody for tuning in. We'll see you tomorrow morning. Again, Thomas Morstead is going to be joining us. I will not be on with Jake Asman today. Will not be on with Jakey. Like I said, traveling for my 3-year-old Zariah Luna's birthday, so I won't be on for the Jakey show, but I'll be on tomorrow morning with Thomas Morstead, baby. Plus, we'll be answering your calls and questions and super chats and memberships after that. Again, this was the Jeffrey R. show, so bow down to Jeffrey R. Absolutely wonderful. God bless. Thank you. And we appreciate you. That was definitely the Jeffrey R. Show. Thank you to the 750 people in the room. Like the video, hit subscribe, and we will see you tomorrow morning for our Thomas Morstead interview. God bless.